What's going on, YouTube? This is Luke with Endless Entrepreneurs, just coming to you on a Sunday night. I just got back from my storage unit. I have a bin full of items that sold this weekend. Just figured I'd take the time to share with you guys what sold since Friday night before I pack it up and ship it out. I usually do my shipping from like 8 to 9 on Sunday nights for the weekend and then just go to sleep. So I figured I'd carve out a half hour here and show you guys what sold. If you're new to my channel, I am a part-time eBay seller and a full-time corporate finance analyst. I build my business in my spare time, spend quite a bit of time on it. I primarily sell men's clothing, a little bit of women's clothing I'm getting into, and the occasional hard goods that I find not very often. So let me check the chat, make sure everything sounds okay here. Let's see, we got 5 people filtering. We got 5, 6 people filtering in right now. Maybe somebody else live right now that I didn't really check before I jumped on. But the format of these, to stay true to form, I just will show the item. I'll talk about the brand. I'll talk about what I paid for and what it sold for, just to give you guys an idea of what has sold on eBay, what's currently selling, and maybe help you out when you're out there thrifting or looking for items to buy. So let me just start. I'm going to jump right in, and we can rewatch later as they're coming in. So one of the first things that sold was a RLX Ralph Lauren golf polo shirt. And so you'll see, guys, they're in the poly bags right now, and I apologize. I know that you can see the logo of this one. I can't show the full item because I pre-pack my items after I prep them, and then I just slide them in the poly bag and let them go. So, but I'll talk about it. I got this for $4. This sold for $19.99. Took a best offer, actually. Happy to move this. Was very happy to move this. I've had this for a while. It had a logo on it that I don't think was very desirable. The embroidery, I didn't know until after I bought it. So happy to get some money back out of that, and it'll go first class, pretty lightweight. Another item. Oh, got people filtering in here. Hey Tom. Hey R Warren. Hey Bella. Hey Chicago. Hold that question if you don't mind, the Chicago Bulls fan, till the end, and I will answer it for sure. Hey Organically Hannah. Glad you're enjoying the live Sunday shows. All right, let me keep going here, guys. I got a lot of items to get through, so I want to make sure I get through in a decent amount of time. These are Levi's. They're women's Levi's 505s, 14 regular. Picked these up a while ago when I first started getting into jeans. Ended up selling these for $18.99. They actually are pretty lightweight. They'll go first class. I'm in these for $5. Probably wouldn't pick these up again. This is probably like bottom of the range. I've been trying to pick up only like skinny fit type Levi's or really, really big size Levi's. And Levi's 501s are probably the other ones I pick up. So this I probably wouldn't buy again, but I still made a profit on it, so decent sale. All right, these are Lucky jeans. I love selling Lucky brand men's jeans. I don't know if you guys can see the kind of the back tag there. There's a bit of a glare on it, but these sold for $27.99. I was in these for $5. That's about the normal. I get like 27 to probably 32, depending on the line and the size of these for the men's Lucky brand. I love men's Lucky brand. I really don't pick up women's Lucky brand that much anymore. I used to pick up a lot more, but I've been staying away from it lately. This was a really cool find. So this is Coogee. It's a Coogee denim vest. I think it's a 3X. It's got metal buttons. There's a really unique piece. Has embroidery all over the back of it. I got this for $3.99, believe it or not. And it's pretty heavy. It's going to have to go flat rate for sure. It's not going to go first class. But this sold for $30. Took a best offer. Probably could have got higher as it went in the fall, but turning forward to 30. I was, summer sales right now, trying to get things moving. I'm happy with that. It'll ship first class for $5.95. This brand is called, I believe it's called Vegas or Vigas. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it. I know there's a bit of a glare here. These are women's jeans. They're kind of got that stitched embroidery on them. These sold for $27. I was in these for $4.99. This brand moves for me decently. I don't have a ton of them up, but I've sold probably 3 or 4 since I started buying this brand. I've been trying to stick to the bigger sizes or like the skinny fit and the women's, not picking up the juniors or any of the smaller sizes. And those have been doing okay for me. Let's see what we got going on here. All right, so these are some Brooks Brothers dress pants. They were Laurel Piana, which is a really high-end fabric, so they partner with Brooks Brothers. Brooks Brothers uses their fabric. They make kind of the shell of it and make the pants. Been sitting on these for quite a while, probably, judging from the inventory number, I would say probably early, like January, February timeframe. Sold them took a best off for $25. I'm in them for $4. I was happy to move it at that price. Probably, I mean, if I had the suit, like the full matching suit and everything goes with it, because those are really just suit pants, they could have got a lot for it. But on their own, looking to replace it in someone's set, that's a decent price to get. All right. Here is a brand I just learned for the first time. It's actually a part of the Miss Me line for jeans, but it's called Sang Real. And they're just women's jeans. I've only had these up for maybe 2 weeks, not very long at all. And these sold for $30. It was like $30.09. I had them on sale. Sold full price. So in them for $4.99. Decent flip to 30. All right. Sorry, trying to sort through things in order here. All right, so these are two. I would not pick these up again, just an FYI, but they did sell. These are Adidas Climate Chill, and I thought these are like the really high-end Adidas golf shirts. They are. I mean, they are. I thought they would sell for a lot more, but I took a best offer today. A guy offered me 15 for each of them, so 30 all in on these. Got them for $4 a piece, so $8 to 30. These definitely will go first class. I think together they're light enough to go first class. So probably only ship for like $4 or $4.20. So not a bad turn on those. I wouldn't pick up that brand again though. All right. We've got. So this is a Harley Davidson polo. See if we can see the logo here. Harley. It's just a basic gray cotton polo. It's got the embroidery or the patch there sewn on the front. Nothing really that special about it. Ended up selling this for $17.99. Took a best offer. Probably a little low for this, but again, paid $4 for. Actually, I paid $3 for this. I got this in that bulk buy, that local bulk buy. So 3 into 18, I can live with that. Kind of a bread and butter type sale. These are Tommy Bahama dress pants. You can kind of see the wooden button there. These had a little bit of a flaw issue with them that I didn't see when I bought them. There's like some fading around like the back butt pocket. But again, paid $3.99, and these took a best offer of $18.99 for these. They'll probably have to go flat rate. If I hadn't seen the flaw, I wouldn't have picked them up if I saw the flaw. First of all, if they didn't have the flaw, I probably would have got mid-20s for these. All right, that's L.L.Bean. So I'm just trying to show you guys all the non-L.L.Bean stuff, and then I will show you all of the L.L.Bean sales because that has been picking up, which was part of my bulk buy. Again, I'll try to give this tip. This is a really old piece of inventory. It's got tape directly on it. I used to use my inventory number. Do not do this. It leaves residue. I'm lucky on this one it didn't, but the heat especially can make it leave residue. So I urge you don't do that. Use those poly bags I was showing you. It's a much safer way to put tape in inventory numbers. But this is Peter Millar, one of my favorite brands to sell. You see the tag there. This is a basic cotton polo shirt. It's actually kind of, well, it's not really my style. I'll say ugly, but it's not my style. Sold for $17.99 today. I was happy to move that as well, just because, I don't know, I didn't think the pattern and the colors was that desirable. In retrospect, I might not have picked it up. But $4 into 18, I can live with that. Here is a Ralph Lauren dress shirt. It's got the navy pony on it somewhere around here. So you can't see it. Oh, right there. Navy pony. This is an XL tall. I love the big and tall stuff. This sold today for $18.49, $18.99. Took a best offer. Went back and forth with the guy for a while. But either way, paid $4. Really bread and butter type item there. All right. I think that's. All right, so that was everything that was non-L.L.Bean. So I want to talk about the L.L.Bean stuff. And let's say we got 46 people watching live. Thank you for stopping in, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. So a little bit ago, for anyone new, I know most people know this, but in early May, I bought a bulk purchase, 4 pallets of new without tags L.L.Bean pants. It took me most of May and in the early part of June to get the bulk of them listed. Now I just have some extra multi-quantity, like probably a couple hundred that need to be added to the current listings. And at first it was pretty slow sales. I've been using promoted listings and really getting the hang of how to market these. And we're starting to come out of that summer slowdown, and I'm starting to see a ton of momentum. So I sold 12 pair yesterday, which is the most I've ever sold in a single day. All probably right around that $17 to $20 mark. And people are really starting to buy multiple at a time. I'm getting a lot of buyers, buying 2, 3, sometimes 4 at a time. So my shipping cost is going way down, which is excellent. I'm able to fit, 2 or 3 into a priority box, something like that. So it's been great. So let me just show you kind of, I'll go through a couple. So these, one buyer bought, let's see if I can, one buyer bought 4 pair of these corduroy pants. And I was wondering when the corduroy stuff was going to start to sell. So 2 purple ones. These are women's, I think, size 4. 2 purple. And there's 2 of this really, really like light bubblegum pink. So all 4 of these, I'll probably fit these in like a priority box, priority shoe box maybe. I've usually been able to fit 4 pair of those in there. Depending on where it's going in the country, it'll probably be like $8 to $12 a ship max. And they paid actually full price for these, and I had them on sale for 30% off. So they paid $19.59 for each pair. So it's basically about $80 worth of pants here. I'm in these for $1.15. So each one of these I'm about to tell you, I paid $1.15 for. So basically $1 into, we'll just say $1 into 19 just for round numbers. So good sales there. Sold this pair full price. Or nope, sorry, this is the comfort waist. These are dark, like a dark gray comfort waist L.L.Bean. These sold for $17.50. Just took a best offer on the way to my storage unit actually for these. These are a flat front, just standard dress pant, kind of like that gray taupe type color. And these sold for full price, $19.59. Had another buyer. I think it's these two. Yeah. So another buyer bought 4 pair of pants. They bought 2 of the same, and then they bought a navy pair and a beige pair. So single buyer bought 4 again, paid full price. I actually woke up from like I sold 6 pair while I was sleeping, which is like the best way to sell stuff. You wake up and see that from your phone. So I paid full price there, for those 4 pair. It's another $80. And then I had just 4 random pairs here that were just like each individual buyers. 2 of them I took best offers for $17.99, and the other one sold for full price at $19.59. So it's definitely great to see that start to pick up. I put a lot of effort in getting those listings up, and I'm just happy that now we're starting to see that momentum. And the momentum of sales actually has been great. I've had over almost $250 days every single day for the last 5 days. Tonight should be the same. I've got 3 auctions ending that people bidding on that should give me some good sales. And I think I'm already almost 200 today. So hopefully sales just keep picking up. I'm really excited about it. I'm excited that we're kind of getting out of that summer funk. And I'm hoping to finish July on a really high note. I've been listing like crazy since I've been home from Austin, and just definitely seeing the results of that, seeing the results of running some auctions and testing some different sales and things like that. So I'm going to jump over the chat. I'm going to leave 15 minutes here for some Q&A. I know a lot of people have some questions. I'm going to answer Chicago Bulls fan question real quick, and he did leave that comment on my video as well, so just going to address it. And he asked if if I can get more for my items because of my following. And so first I'm going to clarify, if you're saying from my social media following, I'd say no. I don't think it has any impact whatsoever on my eBay store. If you're saying from people following my eBay store, maybe, but I actually don't even know if how many people I have following my eBay store, and I really don't think that has much of an impact at all, if any. I do think having established feedback helps you get higher dollar value for your item because people trust you more. But I really think that presentation, the pictures, the background, that type of stuff allows you to command a better price more than the other things you're asking about. So hopefully that makes sense. Also have to realize that if you're selling a really low demand item with high supply, it's going to be hard to get a higher price. Let's see what else we got here. Hi, Classy Souls. Hi, Mama J. New Frontier saying great sales for the week, but a fairly slow weekend. Oh, that's a bummer. Tom saying sales have been slow. Let's see. Embar asked, how many listings do you have up? Oh, she's asking Mama, not me. But for me, I'll answer the question anyways. I have 1,850 up, unique, and about 3,300 total items with multi-quantity. Mr. Gale said, I'm new and can only list 10 or have 10 items listed for the month because I'm new, but I have so much stuff I want to list that are higher price items. So, Mr. Gale, what I would do is I would call eBay and say, hey, look at my track record so far. I haven't done anything wrong. Any chance you could up my listing to 100? And if they say no, I would just call back again, try to talk to someone else. I would just do it multiple times and see if you can get someone to increase your listing because I think that you probably could. The other thing you could do in preparation is you could make a bunch of drafts. So make drafts of all your items, and then as soon as your listing limit goes up, you can just set them all live. So that's another way you can kind of work ahead. Flipping Awesome saying slow weekend for them as well. That's a bummer. And Mama J says I have almost 600 items up, trying to hit 1,000 by Q4. That's awesome. Well, good luck, Mama J. Hope you hit that. Easy Money said, do you think I should buy a label printer as a small seller or just save the money for something else? So I would say if you're spending a ton of time on your shipping, and you think that it would save you a lot of time, it may be worth the investment. I bought mine used for like $40 off of eBay. So it was that I bought a Brother 550 QL. I've linked up one in the description from Amazon. It's a comparable one. I don't even know if they sell the exact one I have anymore, to be honest with you. But I've loved the thermal printer just because I don't pay for ink, and they're self-adhere labels. It's just easier and faster. So that's just been my preference. But I mean, I would say if you're able to get by with what you have and capital is tight, then I would rather invest the capital in inventory than into tools like that. 805 buy, sell, and trade says, I've been using TurboLister. What do you recommend? I've never actually used any other software to list off of. I just create my drafts right from eBay. Sometimes I use my phone. Usually I'll use my PC and then set them live on my phone with the pictures. I have not tried TurboLister, so I'm not really sure that I can give a good recommendation there. Sorry for that yawn there. Byron said, if you're going to do this for any length of time, easy, I'd get one. Yeah, he's talking about the thermal label printer. I agree. Organically has some crazy sales lately. That's awesome. Great to hear. Chicago Bulls fan, do you put actual measurements in your gene listings? Yep, absolutely. Always put measurements in your listings. So I put the measurement listing in my title. So if the measurement is different than the tag, I put it right in the title instead because I don't want them being confused about it. I don't want returns. I put it right in the title. No problem, Mr. Gale. So eBay told her that August 12th or August 2nd is the review, and then I could get my listing amount. Yeah, I would just call each day and maybe every couple hours and see. Depending on who you talk to, they can do more for you for sure. What else we got here? Classy Soul said thermal also looks more professional in their opinion. Yeah, I think it does give it a nice clean look for sure. Chrissy Flippin' Lou said, have you ever listed a Bernini suit? I have one and don't know anything about suits. I have not ever listed that brand. Not sure. I got a browser up right now. Hold on. Bernini suits. Let me see what I see here. It looks like Bernini is a fabric. Yeah, so it looks like to me, and this is just quick research. It looks like Bernini is the fabric, just like a Loro Piana would partner with the brand. It looks like Bernini is the same thing, just from the listings I was looking on eBay. But I would price out I would search under sold listings and type in all the keywords you have for your item and see what comes up. Let's see. What's going on, Jason? Jason's in the chat, Prof Sales. If you haven't checked out his channel, I urge you to head over and check out the content he has. He's a great eBay seller. Lots of good information. Chicago Bulls fan says the actual measurement goes in the title, not the size of the jean. So I put the size in Chicago Bulls fan in the title, but like let's just say, for example, I have a pair of 501 Levi jeans, and the tag says 40 by 32, but the measurements are 38 by 32. I'm not going to put the tag size in the title and confuse the buyer who's looking for 38 by 32. I'm going to put 38 by 32 in the title. Then in the description, I may put tag says 40 by 32, but true measurements are 38 by 32. Mama J says, Luke, have you sold much Robert Graham? Comps everywhere. Would you do auction first? I have sold a couple Robert Graham things. They've been really slower movers for me, but usually I can get like $40 to $60 for a used one. Depends, as long as it's a good pattern. If it's really bland, they don't really move. I wouldn't do auctions for them. I don't really do auctions for clothing unless it's like old inventory I'm trying to move, or it's like a really high in demand new tags item. Really, you only want to run auctions if the demand is greater than the supply. Otherwise, people aren't going to bid on them, and you're just going to get a one bid auction, and you're probably going to not get max value for it. Flipping awesome. Yes, I found some suits this weekend. I found a couple. I actually just put up that suit tutorial late last night that everyone's been asking for. I used one of the suits I picked up this weekend to do that video. So if you are interested in selling suits and you kind of looking for that step-by-step walkthrough, I put that tutorial up last night on my channel. You can check that out. Hopefully it's helpful. Some of the people who viewed it said it was really helpful. I try to do step-by-step from start pictures all the way through the full listing. And I'm by no means an expert, but I have a system that works for me, so hopefully it'll help some other people out. Mike Phillips said, hey man, just want to give a shout out for giving me mad motivation. I recently started moving men's clothes and your brand tips and suggestions are awesome. Well, I appreciate that, Mike. I'm glad it's been helpful. I appreciate you tuning in and supporting the channel for sure. Hopefully you keep on crushing. M. Barner said, Luke, I'm having a problem with the post office not scanning my packages, and although they're early or on time, they are seen by eBay as late. I guess there is a way you can print a full sheet of all the things that you are dropping off, and then you can just have them scan the whole sheet and drop the packages instead of waiting for them to scan each individual package. That's the only thing I've heard. I've just never had any issues with it, so I don't have a lot of good suggestions. We use an overnight bin. I drop in the overnight, and it's always scanned sometime the next business day, so I never have any issues. But yeah, sorry about that. It is frustrating. And really, the only solution is just to make sure you get the scan before you leave the post office. Easy Money said, why are you blowing out suits on auction? I'm not really blowing out suits on auction. I'm blowing out suit jackets that are like mismatches. Like they were ones that were bad buys from like 18 to 20 months ago, like that pinstripes with non-matching pants, or just some older blazers and sport coaches, getting them moved out of there to get me space in my storage unit. I don't normally suggest that as a strategy, but right now I'm just trying to get them out of my storage unit. I think I may have one suit or two that I've had up for, if it has a white flat background in my store, that was listed well over 18 months ago. So just trying to move those out and get some room. Flipping Davis, a busy day for you. Thanks for the great content as usual. No problem. Yeah, it's been a busy day. Did a video with Chris 10K in the Bay earlier on his channel. Check that out. It was pretty cool. We had lots of good questions. There was lots of good back and forth. I learned a lot. Let's see. Yeah, reserve sneakers. I'm doing auctions right now because my listings are slow, but things are starting to pick back up. Yeah, auctions are just a way to kind of ignite sales sometimes. Just be careful what you auction that you're not losing out terribly. New Frontier said $12.77 for the entire week. Oh, that's pretty good. Jason just asked, how are the dresses going? Yeah, so I started learning about women's dresses for the last couple of weeks. I really did some research Friday Night Live with a bunch of people. I picked up 3 this weekend. Pretty excited. I actually recorded a haul video that I'll probably post it tomorrow night. I kept it separate from my vlog this weekend just because it was a ton of inventory and it was a longer video. But yeah, I picked up 3 dresses that all should sell for like around 50 bucks, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. The average sell price on dresses, if you know what you're looking for, is pretty crazy, it seems like. So gonna try them out. All our dresses are $4.99, so you really can't lose, and they're really lightweight to ship. So let's see what we got here. Sanibel said, do you print out and include a packing slip with your shipments? I do not. I do not do any packing slips. Class so the suit tutorial was so complete. It was great. Thanks. Oh, awesome. I'm glad to hear it. You know, when you put out those videos, you don't really know. Like, for me, it made sense, but I don't know for other people when they're watching it makes sense. So it's good to hear that it helps some people out. Charlotte R said, sometimes I don't have time to wait, so I just take the consolidated scan sheet. Sometimes they have an extra person at the PO that just accepts packages and you don't have to wait in line. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, if you're lucky enough to have that, that's a good option using the consolidated scan sheet. Mr. Gale said, what is this thermal printer everyone is talking about? Is it a shipping label printer? So yeah, basically it's just a label printer. It doesn't have to be used for shipping. You can really use it for anything. I just happen to use mine for shipping, just like probably everyone else in this chat. You know, feel free. There's a link below, or you can just Google thermal printer if you don't want to hit the link below, if it's easier. They're really just a way to not use ink, and they come with like self-adhere, self-stick usually rolls. So it just kind of slices it, you pull it off, peel and stick, goes right in your package instead of having to like print something from the printer, tape it on, stuff like that. Lori said, stay out of the sun at the pool, you don't want skin cancer. Yeah, I use a lot of sunscreen, so some natural vitamin D is a good thing. Got to be in the sun a little bit. Juan said, I have been stockpiling jeans and clothes at garage sales. I have about 200 pairs, average price about 75 cents, but I have about 6 tubs of jeans that I can't keep up with. Sounds like you need to stop buying inventory. You need to get listed, Juan. That's what it sounds like to me. Jason Fry said, did you start out with clothing, Luke? No, I started out with garage sales doing hard goods. a lot of like video games, just different one-offs like that. I did that in college a lot, and then when I found Steve Rakin's videos for clothing is when I made the switch, probably 4 years ago or so. All right, guys, I got 3 more minutes. I'll take a couple more questions, and then I'm going to wrap up, and I got to ship all this stuff within the next hour because Sundays I like to get to bed in bed by 9 so that I can start the week fresh. I will be back tomorrow morning with the live at 5. We'll start those up for this week, Monday through Friday. Flipping Daily said if it weren't for a thermal printer, I doubt I could ship as quick. Major time saver. Yeah, I totally agree. When I used to print from like my actual laser, I think it was like a laser printer, it just took too much time. And with the thermal label, it's so fast. The only reason I would recommend not is if you already have all the supplies, the ink, the paper, everything for your printer, like go through that first. Use all of it because you already paid for it, like before you make the switch, especially if capital is a constraint. Juan, yeah, I can do a promoted listing video, but before I do, I did a brief one maybe a couple weeks ago, so just check in my videos. There should be one there for you. If there's still questions afterwards, I don't mind doing another more detailed one, but check that one out first. The next video I have on queue from kind of viewer requests is I have 2 actually. One of my storage unit, which I need to clean up. It's getting pretty messy just because I've been selling. I've been traveling and selling a lot, so I need to get that cleaned up and get another 2 shelves set up in there. But I'm going to get a detailed video of how I keep my storage, an updated view of it, my 2 storage units. And then the other one is people really want me to do a brand video on suits, kind of as follow-up to the tutorial. So I'm going to do kind of my favorite brands to sell, and I'll try to get that one out later this week. No problem, Flipping Daily. Yeah, as long as you're listening, man. Listening's more important than catching me live. That's for sure. Mama Jane, glad you're liking the early morning shows. I love them too. They're kind of a selfish show. It gets me up, gets me motivated. So I appreciate everyone joining in, though. Chrissy said, "What is the one brand that sells the fastest for you?" The fastest. That's a good question. I mean, I haven't ever found a pair of Rock Revivals that hasn't sold in like a week or 2. I mean, there's a lot of them, but that's one that just comes to mind. Especially if they're men's Rock Revival. Let's see. On the Roads Again said, we made a real mistake of starting without getting shipping scales. We have been taking a beating on shipping rates based on eBay's estimates. We do charge shipping, but coming up short. Interesting. So you're using calculated shipping then. I mean, I would recommend use flat shipping or use free shipping and just incorporate shipping into your price. That's one way to get around it. Yeah, I've heard of the clothing brand South Pole. I stay away from it. Oh, that's Flipping also said cool. That's a good one. KUHL. That's the other one that sells super fast for me. Joan said, do you feel like YouTube is a help in keeping you accountable, both your morning show and keeping us updated with your sales storage? Yeah, 100%, Joan. My business is probably doubled in size, maybe more, since starting my YouTube channel. And it's just because it just pushes me because I get to share everything with you. And then on top of the accountability, I've learned an enormous amount from other people. Like when you guys join these live shows and are generous to give your feedback, I take all of that and I incorporate it in my business, especially the really good stuff. So like, it's been a really healthy give and take, and like collaborating with other YouTube people and just seeing how they run their businesses. It's just been a huge acceleration of the learning curve for my business. So definitely has been a huge help. Let's see what else we got here. I'll take one more question if there is one. Otherwise, I am going to wrap up here. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up. I appreciate everyone tuning in. I need to get shipping. I'll be back tomorrow morning live at 5. Also want to give a quick plug right now. On Wednesday, I'm going to have Tanya from Thrifty Treasures on the show, doing an Entrepreneur Spotlight episode, trying to get back into the rhythm of having people on the show. She's awesome, awesome, awesome. She does a lot of really unique selling on eBay, unique merchandise, garage sale type stuff. Really looking forward to having her on. So if you're around, we're going to be live at 7 p.m. on Wednesday night. Would love to have everyone stop in, show their support of Tanya. I think it'll be a really, really, really good show. So appreciate everyone stopping in. Hit that like button on the way out if you don't mind. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hope that your sales end up real strong through the night tonight. See you guys.